guys, let's take a quick look here at Theta this morning. So you can see basically Theta has a similar double bottom, we can say, to Bitcoin. Basically, you almost have equal lows here. I would say it's close enough. It's within like 2 pennies or a penny and a half or something like this. So it doesn't really matter. But it looks like we are getting a double bottom, and we do need to break this neckline just as in Bitcoin's case. You know, I think I've mentioned this for several days now. If we take a look at Bitcoin here, you can see the double bottom forming. So it's basically equal lows. And we do have to break this neckline up here at 64,300. And you can see where this target is right here, which I've marked out. That should be up to about 74,700 or so. And that would be if it broke out today. That's where it would go. But anyways, in any case, it should go up to 74,700, even if I move it over or not. But anyways, let's go back to Theta real quick. Now, the next resistance basically is $1.42, let's say. That's a daily resistance. We also have, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to make that line. We also have another resistance up here at $1.87.5 or 88. Let's just round it up. And then you have a weekly resistance almost at $2, guys. So, yeah, I mean, that's the next few resistances. Now, to get really, really bullish on Theta, we're going to have to get up to about $2.50 or so, get above this whole range where we've been trading for a long time, guys. Now, keep in mind, Theta has 1 billion tokens, and that means Theta can move pretty quickly when it wants. Now, 1 billion is not a lot. If you think about it, Chainlink has also 1 billion, and its all-time high was up at around $53, guys. So Theta is a good project. They've started to get into AI, so that's a good thing too. So I do believe this will be one to really hold and have. I do have a little bit of Theta. I would say it's about a mid-sized bag for me. I would like to get a little bit more. So maybe after these launch pools in Binance, I might try to get a little bit. Because Theta is pretty low right now, guys. You can see that we're almost at the bottom of this reaccumulation zone on the Fibonacci. So yeah, I would say, you know, this one has just been kind of devastated and you know, the last couple months with its, you know, moves down as Bitcoin went down. I mean, it's just been a catastrophe for Theta, but that doesn't mean it's a bad project. I still believe in this project. It's still a good project, guys. So anyways, let's get into Bitcoin a little bit more here. Now, we can see that we are starting to dip below support. Now, keep in mind, this is Saturday, so there shouldn't be much volatility on Bitcoin on the weekend. I do expect that this will eat itself back up, and probably we will close again above 60.2. I am glad to see we did close last night above 60.2. That's excellent. I didn't think we were actually going to get there because we had to break through 3 resistances to get there. And we also, you know, retested support yesterday here on this trend line. And yeah, but I do think we will close back up here. If not, guys, there would be a CME gap basically, you know, here, which, you know, is probably right now it's about $400 or $500 to this gap. So that would mean it would probably move upward on Monday and close that gap. Now, I don't believe in CME gaps too much, like I always say, but they do tend to get filled, you know, about 95% of the time. So there are some gaps still left, of course, on the chart. There's gaps down at like 20,000, 10,000, things like this, but doesn't really matter, guys, I think, in the long term. Now, if we look at the economic calendar, next week, we do have just as, you know, New York Empire State Manufacturing on, what is that? It's Monday. Tuesday, we do have retail sales. You know, I don't think these are going to be too big. They're probably not going to shift the market too much as to whether, you know, the FOMC interest rate decision will be, you know, a 1/4 point cut or a 1/2 point cut. But right now, guys, it's 50-50. Last night I looked at it. I think it was maybe 51.49 or 53.47. It keeps changing every few minutes, really. It's been kind of crazy here. But basically, yeah, that is going to be Wednesday. And then you do have the press conference 30 minutes after, like always, guys. Now, Thursday, we do have some manufacturing numbers, and we do have like existing home sales, jobless claims as usual. But I don't think it's going to really react, or by me saying it, I think Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is going to really react too much to this on Thursday because Wednesday is the big deal, here with this rate decision and the press conference. So Friday, it's pretty much an empty calendar, guys. Now, anyways, if we look at the fear and greed, it's amazing what one day can do. But now we're up at 50, neutral, we're right in the middle. So people are starting to warm back up. And, yesterday we were just in, at 31. So it's crazy. And I don't know why now it says 32, but let me refresh this and see if that will change. Yeah, okay, now it's 50 here. But yeah, yesterday 32. So that's a big jump, guys. And I mean, we didn't jump that much. I mean, we did go up, what, a couple $1,000, but in Bitcoin, that's nothing. So we've had bigger jumps to the upside, and we didn't move up that much. I think this jump here, it was also, what, a couple $1,000, few thousand, actually a little bit more, maybe, or just the same size, really. I mean, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it jumped up that much compared to this candle. So maybe breaking above 60,000 was the key, of course. But yeah, we're back in 60,000, guys. So crypto bubbles, if we look at this, it's pretty much all green again. I know because my portfolio is up quite a bit. So that's a good thing to see, guys. I think if you would go through the top 1,000 or whatever, you're still going to see mostly greens. Of course, there are some, like OM and FTN. I've never heard of these, really. So they're not such good projects, probably. And that's why they're red, guys. So the better projects will be, higher with their gains. For example, Matic, which is now Pole. We do have IMX and Link and Ton, Ordi. I'm not sure about Popcat. This is some meme coin. Also, Pepe is meme coin. So, anyways, guys, the better projects are going to be up. The worst projects, might be down. So. But mostly across the board, even if they're bad projects, they could still be up. In this case, where Bitcoin is just surging to the upside. So now, guys, if you want to stake your Theta, you should probably go to Coinondo and check out where you can send your coins. Now, if you want to, stake for 120 days, which I don't recommend right now because we are at the end of a bull run almost. Yeah, you can send it to xt.com. I do have some of my coins here. There's also KuCoin for 2% here. You have xt.com for 60 days at 1.9%. But guys, basically, I have mine at BitTrue right now, which only gives me about 1%, but at least it's flexible, guys. So, I also have a CoinW account, but I only have a couple coins there. BitTrue, I have that's maybe my second biggest account, I can say. But yeah, I do have my coins there. It's safe. And Bybit also offers flexible 1%. I do have Bybit as well. But there's no need for me to send my coins around when it's the same percentage, basically. And, I don't want to really lock up my coins for 30 days and only get 0.2% more. It's not worth it, guys. At this point in time, the bull run could end in 6 months, maybe a year. Maybe you can stake it for 120 days, but I still wouldn't take that risk, guys. Be sure when you send your coins, you do look at the limits here for the exchanges. Some of them have, higher limits and things. For example, Binance here has, 10,000 Theta limit, but, if you look at xt.com, there's a 940, Theta limit on the 60 days, so anyways, just be sure to check that out. I've, made mistakes like that in the past where I've sent too many coins or I sent, too little, but anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you guys about Theta. I do believe in Theta. It does look like it also almost retested this weekly support as well. We may see it come down a little bit more just to retest that line. But all in all, we are above this line. That's a good sign. And we do have about 12 cents that we can go to the upside without any real resistance. So Anyways, be watching Bitcoin as well. It's just falling under 60,000, but I don't think that's going to hold very long. I do think it will go back to the upside. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.